Hi, my name is Tim Marcin and I am a culture reporter at Mashable, and welcome to Air Friday, where we air fry anything and everything in the name of deliciousness. And this week we have a very special Air Friday. We're air frying a turkey. All right, so we're not air frying a whole turkey. I cannot fit a whole turkey in my air fryer, but we're gonna air fry a turkey breast and turkey drumsticks for all those people who don't wanna make a whole turkey on Thanksgiving and don't wanna use their oven, or they just wanna use their air fryer. Whatever your reasons, we're gonna teach you how to air fry a turkey today, and hopefully things go well. All right, so first things first. I got a bunch of turkey parts from the store. Again, I got a breast and 2 drumsticks. I got them fresh, not frozen, which is part of the benefit of doing just parts. You don't have to thaw a big frozen turkey that you get from the grocery store. I took those parts and I put them in a brine. If you want to do a brine, it helps. It makes the turkey a little bit juicier. Your typical turkey brine, which is basically what I did, you're gonna have some apple juice, you're gonna have some water, you're gonna have a lot of salt, you're gonna have some sugar. Brown sugar is preferable, a lot of garlic, and I put some herbs, your typical Thanksgiving-y herbs like rosemary, sage, thyme. Bring that all to a boil, and then once it's all done to a boil, you let it simmer down. You can throw some ice in there to cool it off faster and dilute it a bit more with some water. And then once it's all cooled off, so you're not cooking the turkey, you put the turkey in the brine, put it in your fridge and forget about it till you're ready to cook. So I have mine out here in this big old bucket, and we're gonna get it in the air fryer in a second. Okay, so now I have the 3 pieces of turkey out of the brine. What we're gonna do is we're gonna pat this dry. All right, so from there we're gonna season it. So everything's dry, we're gonna give it a quick spray of some oil. This is just canola oil. Simple as that. So now from there, what we're gonna do is we're gonna preheat the air fryer. I've looked up a couple recipes online. This is my first time air frying a turkey of any kind. And the general consensus seems to be 350 degrees for about 55 minutes for a turkey breast. I'm most worried about the turkey breast because that's gonna be the easiest one to dry out. Drumsticks are a little more forgiving. It's dark meat, it's a bit juicier, there's more fat. So I'm not too worried about that coming out perfect. I'm more worried about the turkey breast. So we're gonna do, again, 350, about 55 minutes. About half of that time, we have the skin side down, and then on the other half of it, we're gonna flip and put the skin side up. And then I kind of eyeball it towards the end and see if the skin needs more crisping. We'll ramp up the heat for a little bit just to make sure we get that nice crispy skin. But for now, let's preheat it, and then we're gonna get this turkey in the air fryer. We're gonna let that preheat and put it in. We're gonna remove the basket, be careful, it's hot, all that stuff. You should know that. We're gonna spray it with a ton of canola oil. We don't want anything sticking. Now I'm gonna try to fit as much turkey as humanly possible in this one basket, which is a 6-quart basket. I am not gonna be able to fit it all. I wish I could. If I could, I will. But you're kind of at the mercy of the size of your basket here. Maybe you should just do a breast. That will definitely fit. All right, so we're going skin side down with the breast first, and that takes up about half the basket. So I think what I'll do is we'll get one nice big old drummy in here. We're gonna drop it down, and that looks like that's about the limits of our air fryer. We're gonna throw this in and watch it, let it go for a while. It's done like any other poultry when instant read meat thermometer hits 165 degrees. If you don't have a meat thermometer, you should get a meat thermometer. Take the guesswork out of it. Don't be worried about if you're getting people sick. 165 degrees at its thickest part, and you're good to go. So we're gonna throw it in there and let the air fryer do its thing for about 25 minutes and flip it just around then. Okay, so we're about 15 minutes in or so. I went to check on the turkey, and slight issue. The drumstick is cooking very fast on the outside because it has skin on both sides. We still have a ways to go until everything is cooked internally. What I think I'm gonna do here is about 15 minutes in, just turn it over. There's a little less skin on this side. It's not cooked as much. So we're gonna let this side cook. We're gonna let that go. Luckily, the breast does not have a bone in it, so it should cook a little bit faster than an hour, I'm thinking. So we'll just keep an eye on it. Again, instant read thermometer, 165. That's when you know you're ready. Right now on the drumstick, we're surfing around 85 degrees, so still ways to go, but just keep an eye on it. Babysit it every 15 minutes or so. Okay, so we're about 30 minutes into the air fry process. I'm gonna do a flip, I'm gonna check on it, see what the temperature is, and get the skin side up on the breast. So we're looking pretty dang cooked. Pretty cooked all the way around. We might end up with a little bit of burned exterior, but it's turkey, always ends up kind of dry. So in the breast, we're at about 120, which is pretty good. This is cooking fast for just a half an hour of time. The thickest part, we're a little bit closer to 110. On the drumstick, goodness, we're already pretty much done on that. So we're gonna flip the breast, we're gonna throw it back in there and just keep checking on it. So we have about 15 minutes or so left on the hour timer on the air fryer. Just judging by smell and what I noticed the last time I checked the temperature, I'm thinking we're pretty close to done here. So I'm gonna pull it out, I'm gonna check the temperature and see how our turkey's doing. So it looks very cooked. Kind of charred on the drums. Get this on. So drumstick, we're getting way done, overdone. The breast might need a little longer. We're gonna give the drumstick some time to rest, because you should rest any meat that you cook anyway, and we're gonna let the thigh keep going. So drumstick is going onto a cutting board to rest, and the breast is going back in. All right, so the breast is still cooking in the air fryer, but I could not wait. I wanted to check out what the drumstick tasted like. So we're gonna take a quick little bite. Got crisp skin, the inside looks juicy, still hot after letting it rest. Let's see what it tastes like. I gotta say, that's pretty good for an air fried turkey drumstick. I think the brine worked, you can really taste it, it's nice and salty. It's pretty dang good. All right, so I'm pretty sure that the turkey is done. Let's take a look at it. Got about 3 minutes left on the hour timer. We're looking for 165 on the thermometer. We're getting about 169 at the thickest part of the breast. I think it's time to pull it and let it rest. Okay, so we've let the turkey breast rest for a while, let it cool down. Because the air fryer is pretty high heat, the skin isn't necessarily rendered as much as you might like. It's really crispy, but looks like it might be okay. It might be tasty, and it was super, super easy. There's a quick end cut. If you look at it, it doesn't look too dried out. Crispy skin. Just take the end and yeah, it's pretty good. That's not too bad. I think if you're really going all out and doing a whole turkey and you want to do butter stuffed in and basting and a really complicated process, the oven's always going to be your best bet. Or if you're going to deep fry, but that's a whole different ballgame. But for real simplicity, if you just have a few friends over, you want something real simple, you live in an apartment and you just want to get a quick Thanksgiving meal out, this is not a bad option. It turned out pretty good, pretty juicy, and it couldn't have been easier. The brine will definitely help keep it juicier because you're cooking in high temps with the air fryer, but no matter what, I think you're gonna get a pretty decent product. So air fried turkey, juice and parts, pretty good, pretty good.